What's up, party people? Today we are taking a first look at the 2020 Orbea Laufey H-LTD. This is my wife's bike and I am jealous. This is a sweet hardtail. In 2020, Orbea made some significant changes to this bike. It used to be kind of an average run-of-the-mill bike, 67-degree head angle, just, you know, plus tires or 29s. It was just real safe. But for 2020, they've made it aggressive. We have 435 chain stays. We have a 65.5-degree head angle. We have a 435 mil reach on a size medium. This is the H-LTD model, the best one they make. This comes in, MSRP is $2,500, and it's got some cool stuff. This is a well-spec'd bike. Let's take a look. So this bike is coming with 29 by 2.6 tires. We've got a Maxxis Recon in the rear, and we have a Maxxis Forecaster in the front. I think that's a good pairing. The Forecaster is knobby, a great front tire, and the Recon is a quick, fast-rolling rear tire. I like that. One bummer is the rims are not crazy wide, and I would like to see wider rims for a 2.6. These would be okay for like a 2.4, but man, those 2.6s are almost like plus tires when you have a rim that's wide enough. So I'd love to see a little bit wider rims. This comes with a 12-speed Shimano drivetrain. It's all SLX except for the derailleur is XT. And these cranks are Shimano cranks rebranded with Orbea's house brand. I'm sure these are Shimano cranks. We have a 12-speed SLX shifter. We have Shimano MT501 brakes. And in the front, it's a 4-piston brake, and in the rear, it's a 4-piston brake. Love to see that. We've got 180 rotors front and rear. This has a really interesting aluminum frame. I think this is a beautiful bike. One of the most beautiful bikes I've seen. I love the matte black with the gloss black decals. I love the little purple accents. They've done some really cool things. The stays are triangular. Usually that means it's stiffer, we'll see. And we kind of have these interesting box stays. It's really not just tubes. Everything's formed in a certain way that's very aesthetically pleasing. The down tube is triangular, so it comes to a point under here. This is pointy, and then on the top it's triangular. We've got round up here and then sharp edges here, and it points down here. Usually triangles make for some stiff elements, but then again we've got it a little bit flatter and wider up here. Normally aluminum frames are stiff, but we'll see. There's no seat stay bridge, which I like. There's minimal extra gusseting in here. Lots of tire clearance. There's some cool stuff going on. We have a Physique saddle, and we have the house brand dropper. I don't know who makes that, but it's got Orbea's, looks like a BC or 6C or OP. I'm not quite sure what that is. What else? We got a Fox 34. This is got the grip damper, not the grip 2, just the regular grip with the open, medium, and firm lockout. But you know what? I think this fork is just fine for most hardtails. I have no problem with it. Personally, I'm more of a RockShox guy. I really like the Pike and the new RockShox offerings, especially because they have clearance for 3.0s up front, which give you more options. But this is a great little fork. I'd be really happy with this on my bike. This is a 140 mil travel fork, and that tells you the intentions of this bike. This bike, they market it as the all-rounder, great at everything, but you know this thing can get rowdy with a 140 fork, 65.5-degree head angle, at least we hope. We've got a race face cockpit, which is really nice to see. Yeah, everything's looking really tidy. Like, just out of the box, what would I replace? Nothing. I would love wider rims personally. These look a little narrow for 2.6s, like I said, but man, this thing is well spec'd. It's $2,500, which is the flagship model. It's got ISCG tabs, so you can run a bash guard or a chain guide. I love to see that. Threaded bottom bracket, water bottle bosses here, water bottle mounts here. It's got internal cable routing in the front triangle, and it has really nice exit points on the down tube, so you're not seeing a whole bunch of cables. We have center lock rotors on here. Yeah, it's a well-spec'd bike. There's nothing that screams cheap or I need to change, maybe the SLX shifter. I'm a big fan of the XT shifter. It feels a lot better than the SLX to me, especially because you get that double upshift where you can hit this twice to shift twice. The SLX only has a single. Not the end of the world, but yeah, don't think of it as an XT build. Think of it as an SLX build with an XT derailleur. Everything's tubeless ready to be set up. This is a modern bike, and it's refreshing to see Orbea stepping it up and turning this thing into a more aggressive bike, because I think this thing's gonna be fun to ride. All right, it's time to weigh this bike. By the way, this can be run plus as well, but a lot of bike companies are going 29 by 2.6 because they think it's the same as plus. It's not, but it's better than 29 by 2.4. All right, let's see what we got. Come on. So that's coming in right around 29 pounds, which is actually impressive. Almost every bike I review these days is over 30. So 29 pounds, that's impressive for a stock bike at $2,500. It's not meant to be a lightweight race bike, and some of those bikes that are too light when you're riding them, they kind of move underneath you. I think that's a nice weight, and I think there are some things you could do to lighten it up, but man, that's not too bad. Okay, I looked it up. Their house brand is OC1. That doesn't look like an OC to me, but okay. Nice to have race face 35 mil bars. That's what a lot of enduro and modern bikes are showing these days. Short stem, love to see that. I like seeing name brand Cockpit parts. They always have a little bit better feel than the house brand stuff. So look down here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Hey, cool, this is made in Spain. It's not made in Taiwan. That is cool to see, a made in Spain frame. I don't know if you can see it here. This is triangular. Let me get a light on this. See if that makes a difference. Their tubing is just beautiful. Can you tell? You're gonna have to take my word for it. It's not showing up well on the camera. We got a sharp edge here and a sharp edge here. That should make for an extremely strong tube. A nice big weld through here, no gusset needed. I think that looks really nice and sleek. Got good standover clearance here. The seat tube does not extend 4 inches above what is necessary. Love to see that. Beautiful welds in here. I wonder if they could have done what Commensal did and run the housing through into that tube. That would have been cool. Like, if you're gonna go internal brake routing, do it all the way. Go to the back triangle too, but a lot of times we see it in the front only, then it emerges in the back. Shifter cable, it all pops out down here, and it's actually a pretty tidy little package there. How it pops out, doesn't hang down low, it's out of the way. Shifter cable comes back up here. Yeah, this is nice. I've never seen these roadie wheels. I'm gonna guess they're around 30 mil wide, which works for 2.6, but you can see it's ballooning quite a bit. I'd rather see a wider rim so you could run a little lower pressure in case it is stiff. All in all, I think this is a really cool bike with some cool details, cool look. They've really gone all out when they redesigned this. It's a completely different bike from the last one. So I'm excited to hit the trails with this and tell you what I think about it. Are you excited? Are you interested in Orbeas and particularly the Laufey? I'm curious what you think. If you enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe and consider becoming a patron to help support this channel. I've got lots more first look videos where I go over the specs of a lot of great hardtails before I review them. Make sure to check those out. Thanks for watching. There's a party in the mountains and you're invited.